The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Jasmine Irojak with Tuesday's news. In this edition, 300 million kina for El Nino response. Papua LNG landowners seek answers. And To'o excited to test PNG grounds during World Cup. Papua New Guinea could access up to 300 million kina in financing from the World Bank to assist with the worsening impacts of the El Nino weather pattern across the country. The El Nino conditions are already having severe impacts on communities, with frost damaging crops, river levels falling, and water tanks on some islands running dry. The situation is affecting access to clean water, food production, and transportation in affected areas.
Discussions were held at the World Bank's new regional office in Singapore on August 7 during a visit that also reflected PNG's support for locating more senior World Bank staff in the Asia-Pacific region. The meetings were held with World Bank Regional Director for Social Policy, Education and Health for the East Asia and Pacific region, Luis Benveniste, and other senior officials, with Treasurer Yen Lingstaki and senior officials from Papua New Guinea. Lingstaki says its recent engagement with the World Bank has deliberately included options for accessing disaster financing when needed. As part of its 2025 budget support loan, PNG secured a $50 million or about 220 million kina catastrophe deferred drawdown option, which can be activated to respond to disasters. The World Bank has now confirmed that PNG can use this facility to assist with the emerging El Nino crisis. Discussions also covered the Rural Service Delivery Project Phase 2, which was scheduled to go before the World Bank's Executive Board on the same day. The government intends to seek 20% of the project funds, estimated at 80 million kina, for the El Nino response. Together, the two financing facilities could provide up to 300 million kina for El Nino-related disaster relief. The Treasurer says the financing will be provided on highly concessional terms with an average interest rate of less than 1.5% and repayment over 30 years. With the worsening situation and the favorable financing terms, the government is considering creating room within the 2026 budget by slowing some activities and identifying savings elsewhere. This could allow the 300 million kina financing package to be used while keeping spending within the government's targeted budget deficit. The option is expected to be considered as part of the proposed supplementary budget amid concerns over the high cost of the fuel subsidy and lower than expected dividend payments from Kumul. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary is working closely with the Papua New Guinea Defence Force, disaster authorities, provincial government and other government agencies to prepare for severe weather conditions, which include El Nino. Police Minister Sir John Pundari made this announcement during a press conference held in Port Moresby recently.
There is no doubt that Papua New Guinea is moving into the most serious El Nino weather pattern it has ever experienced. The World Meteorological Organization has confirmed a 90% certainty of severe and extreme weather changes from the El Nino weather pattern in 2026 to 2027. Therefore, Police Minister Sir John Pundari said the RPNGC is working with relevant authorities in PNG and across the region to prepare for this severe weather condition.
Working closely together with the National Disaster Office, working together with the Defense Force, working together with any other NGOs and governments to making sure that even in the times of our challenges like El Nino, there is peace across this nation.
He warned any person or group that seeks to exploit the El Nino disaster for their own personal or criminal gain that they will be dealt with in the hardest terms by police.
To tell you this, the police will be right on you. No one can use him any opportunity induced by El Nino to commit a crime and not to show love to your fellow citizens.
He said the impact of El Nino may lead to increased crime in the country. Therefore, police officers in each of their commands were instructed to crack down hard on any civil disorder. The police minister said as the government prepares for the challenges of El Nino, it is also important for the police to prepare its disaster response, especially to maintain law and order in the country. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The Gulf provincial government has threatened to boycott the Papua LNG Development Forum after the state failed to respond to its 14-day ultimatum, which was submitted through the National Petroleum Authority 2 weeks ago. The ultimatum outlines the concerns and issues of the stakeholders from the Gulf.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if we can give Mr. Coim a round of applause.
The concerns outlined in the ultimatum represent those of the affected landowners, provincial government, DDAs, LLGs, and the people of Gulf. And amongst the 6 points are for the government to correct and include landowners who've been omitted in the social mapping and clan vetting exercise and disbursement of promised funding for pre-forum consultations, among others. In a statement issued yesterday by the Gulf provincial government, Acting Governor Maurice Taudevin expressed concern that the National Petroleum Authority has not responded to them, and with today being the last day, failure by NPA and stakeholders to represent will see the Gulf set out their next course of action. Taudevin said the Gulf provincial government remains clear that it is not against the development forum, but its processes which continue to compromise the legitimate interests of the host province, its people, and its affected landowners. He noted that the Gulf provincial government is willing to engage constructively with the national government, the National Petroleum Authority, and all relevant parties. Taudevin further noted that the absence of a written response from the Minister for Petroleum and Managing Director of the National Petroleum Authority will not be interpreted as acceptance as one of the current process or as consent to proceed without addressing the matters formally raised by the province. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape has acknowledged concerns raised by Papua New Guineans over the United States visa bond requirement, saying the government will engage constructively with the United States, but for the time being, he urged citizens traveling overseas to fully respect the immigration laws and visa conditions of the host countries.
The Prime Minister was responding to reports in the media concerning the visa bond arrangement for Papua New Guineans seeking temporary travel to the United States for business and tourism purposes. He noted the sovereignty of USA as a nation to administer its immigration and border security policies, just like Papua New Guinea as the sovereign responsibility to administer its own immigration system. At the same time, he acknowledged that the financial requirement could be substantial for ordinary Papua New Guineans traveling legitimately for business, tourism, family purposes, and other short-term engagements. According to current information published by the U.S. Department of State, Papua New Guinea is among countries whose nationals may be subject to visa bonds when otherwise eligible for B1, B2 temporary business or tourist visas. PNG was added to the program with an implementation date of April 2nd, 2026. The U.S. government states that the program is linked to matters including visa overstay rates and immigration compliance. Marape stressed that the measure should therefore not be interpreted as the United States closing its doors to Papua New Guineans, nor should it be allowed to undermine the broader relationship between the two countries. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Simbu Province has become the 10th province in Papua New Guinea to formally adopt the National Youth Engagement Strategy 2025 to 2029, aimed at creating opportunities for unemployed youths and school dropouts. The initiative is led by the National Youth Development Authority and supports the government's agenda to 1 million jobs nationwide.
The joint inception and implementation plan was signed in Chimbu Province this week under the theme, Putting Young People at the Center of Development. The strategy seeks to establish formal district youth development councils within district development structures, giving young people a stronger voice in local level government decision-making and district planning. A key component of the program is the establishment of a district-level digital database that will register youth across the province and connect them with training, employment, and economic opportunities. Simbu Provincial Administrator John Punde described the initiative as a milestone for the province, with Sina Yangamul becoming the first district to pilot the project this year. The remaining 5 districts are expected to join the program from next year. National Youth Development Authority Director General Joe Itaki said the strategy will help mobilize and register youths through the new digital database and link them to opportunities in agriculture, tourism, livestock farming, handicrafts, civil works, and other productive sectors. The National Youth Engagement Strategy is being rolled out across Papua New Guinea as part of the efforts to increase youth participation in development and create pathways to sustainable development and income generation. Susan Oreape, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. We'll be right back after the break.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
PNG's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in PNG. Proudly Goldspot.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Thanks for staying with us. President of the autonomous Bougainville government, Ismail Toroama, has commended Lloyd's Panguna Metals and Energy Limited for creating employment and business opportunities for the region, particularly women.
President Toroama joined Lloyd's Panguna Metals and Energy Limited Chairman Mr. Prabhakaran to officially open the Lloyd's Garment Training Facility in Arava on Monday. The facility is equipped with industrial sewing machines and other standard garment manufacturing equipment. It is a Lloyd's Panguna initiative designed to train women over a 6-month period, after which successful trainees will have opportunities to move into employment at the company's larger garment factory. A total of 150 women make up the first batch of trainees. President Toroama thanked Lloyd's for investing in Bougainville and for going beyond the mineral sector to support livelihoods and well-being of the people. He said empowering women and creating employment opportunities for young people was critical to Bougainville's future. President Toroama also encouraged the women undergoing training to work hard, build their skills, and establish strong foundations for their future. Meanwhile, Lloyd's Panguna Metals and Energy Limited Chairman Prabhakaran said the training program would provide women with opportunities to establish garment production centers in their own villages after completing their training. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
People living in the Baliv Vitu local level government area, the 2 outer islands of West New Britain, are among communities severely affected by the El Nino-induced drought. In response, the Baliv Vitu LNG President Sam Kivia and his committee have been raising funds to provide assistance to affected communities.
The fundraising drive among Baliv Vitu Islanders and people from West New Britain living both within and outside the province has so far raised more than 21,000 kina. The committee has also sought assistance from business groups operating on the islands, including companies involved in copra and sea cucumber buying. President Sam Kivia said the Amamas Group was the first business group to respond to the call for assistance. A 1-ton donation of rice purchased by Amamas Group entity Sustainable Agriculture Village Empowerment or SAVE Limited was presented to President Kivia and his committee today. The rice will form part of the relief assistance being mobilized for communities affected by the prolonged drought. President Kivia thanked the business group and all individuals who have contributed to the fundraising effort, saying continued support is needed to help families in the Baliv Vitu Islands cope with the impact of the drought.
Making people of Baliv Vitu to be president, thank you very much, the Save Limited. Na Hamamas, thank you, Lord, give me this 110 kg bag rice. Me play also appeal all Narpla too, Narpla business houses we only operate from Baliv Vitu. Me play like him, you play. He respond lo leta belum play, request belum play. Because already this is the first one where me respond belum play.
Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Meanwhile, the West New Britain provincial government has presented a water police boat to the Baliv Vitu local level government to assist in addressing law and order issues on the 2 islands. Deputy Governor and Chairman of the Provincial Law and Order Committee, John Rover, together with Caretaker Provincial Administrator John Sitapai, officially presented the boat to Baliv Vitu LNG President Sam Kivia. The boat is expected to strengthen water patrols and improve response to law and order incidents across the island communities.
Original time every problem because big the province governor thank you na continue support people are really appreciative.
This time one heavy planning man karayo nilong because Bali planning man to all so in order mas that boat long. Because you're right you from the talk but one time by come and something wrong. So we like making people from me lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you long. Chairman Law and Order, thank you long. Just thank you very much long. Sana buat kami witnessing kami to thank you for receiving this bar. Masing mantan.
What began with a last-minute decision to enter a fashion competition had ended in a major achievement for Papua New Guinean designer Warren Lumbia, who was named winner of Best Traditionally Inspired Design at the Miss Bird of Paradise Fashion and Talent Show last Saturday. Leaders from the night had seen the designs and encouraged more investment in creativity. The inaugural Miss Bird of Paradise Fashion and Talent Show last Saturday saw Papua New Guinean designer Warren Lumbia become the winner of the Best Traditionally Inspired Design at the show. Lumbia's winning creation was produced under extraordinary circumstances, with the designer registering for the competition only on Thursday before beginning to source materials and construct the outfit on Friday. His already limited preparation time was further disrupted by citywide power blackout as he raced to complete the garment. Adding to the pressure, Lumbia still did not have a model. With assistance from a fellow designer, David Ray Killer Pat, one of the PNG's leading model in Senia Mins, presented the garment with no rehearsals. Lumbia was awarded winner of the Best Traditionally Inspired Design, winning 10,000 kina. Lumbia began his fashion journey through the PNG Fashion Week, where he won the PNG Fashion Week Innovation Award in 2024 and later designed the winning traditionally inspired dress for Miss Bird of Paradise Papua New Guinea at the Miss Pacific Islands pageant. His latest award represents another important milestone in the development of an incredibly talented Papua New Guinean creative. With people like Lumbia, Deputy Chairperson Ruby Kerapa made a call for more investment in creativity in the country.
Tonight has been a celebration of the incredible creativity, diversity, and cultural richness that Papua New Guinea has to offer. We have witnessed outstanding performances, breathtaking fashion, and inspiring talent that remind us why our country's greatest asset is its people. On behalf of the Miss Bird of Paradise pageant, I sincerely congratulate all our participants. Whether you received an award this evening or not, each of you has demonstrated courage, dedication, and passion by stepping onto this stage to share your talent and creativity with us.
Prime Minister James Marape, who was also in attendance, was impressed with the turnout.
To the organizers of Miss Bird of Paradise Talent and Fashion Show this evening, I want to also thank all of you patrons who have showed up today. Thank you for coming by to give support to young Papua New Guineans who are doing their best for themselves and for their country out there in our midst. Thank you, Tomas Longiplolgada. As our country prepares to step into our 51st year, it is important to see young men and women participating in doing their best for their country. In fashion shows like this, you put out talents that shows what our country is made up of.
And now the finance report. The kina closed lower at 0.2264 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2189 US dollars, 0.3067 Australian dollars, 0.1816 euro, and 34.61 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold, cocoa, palm oil, and crude oil closed higher, coffee closed lower, and copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. You're watching TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more stories after these short messages.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No Cara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Use Savitu Wholesome Condom and Wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Tingim, use him condom long right pla way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Guest! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
Fancy hand wash, come to the front! Loofah older than Uncle Foofa, please hide behind! Last year's face wash, time to cover your face!
You can hide all that junk, sure, but how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket!
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Thanks for staying with us. In regional news, Australia will invest $5.2 billion in development assistance in 2026-2027, with more than 3/4 of the funding directed to the Pacific and Southeast Asia. Assistant Minister Andrew Leigh says $2.2 billion will go to the Pacific, reinforcing Australia's commitment to the region. He says Australia remains a reliable development partner despite aid budget cuts in other countries. The funding will support locally led development, climate resilience, and stronger partnerships across the Pacific. Police have revealed the contents of a suitcase found in a remote area of southern New South Wales yesterday, which they initially believed to be a woman's body, was a lifelike doll. It comes after officers set up a crime scene and began scouring missing person records.
Investigators were on the scene last night after two people taking a break from a Sunday drive made what they thought to be a grim discovery.
During that break, they've come across the suitcase and opened it and had a look inside, and of course, made the right decision, thought that it was something suspicious and gave us a call straight away.
Located on Walgan Road near the small township of O'Allen, east of Canberra, police thought they'd found a woman's body and even began searching missing person records. But then this morning,
We can confirm that the remains found at Owallan Ford Road, Owallan yesterday, are now identified as not being human.
as for what was in the suitcase,
It's possibly a doll. Confirm that? I can't confirm that. We are still undertaking investigations as to what the remains were. They are very realistic in the terms of looking like human remains, but we've confirmed by other means that they are not.
later in the day, police confirmed the suitcase contained a lifelike doll with hair, clothing, a nose piercing and even markings resembling grazes and bruises. Nevertheless, investigators hold no regrets about treating the situation seriously.
New South Wales Police have undertaken the processes that we do to maintain integrity of such serious crime to a T, and I do commend our people for that.
Police say their investigation has now concluded.
Solomon Islands Prime Minister Matthew Wallace says there will be no more secrecy over agreements that bind the nation, announcing a review of the 2022 Security Pact with China. Wallace told Parliament the review is aimed at improving transparency, accountability, and ensuring Parliament is fully informed. He said he was only allowed to read the agreement a day before an official trip to Canberra, calling for that to never happen again. The Prime Minister says the review will help ensure future security agreements align with the national interest and the sovereignty of the Solomon Islands people. The South Australian government will hold what it's described as a nation-leading royal commission into artificial intelligence. 3 commissioners will have 9 months to investigate how the state can leverage the growth of the technology while avoiding unintended consequences.
Dealing with tech giants in the US, Premier Peter Malinauskas has stepped up his plan for artificial intelligence in SA, announcing a royal commission.
When it comes to artificial intelligence, I genuinely believe we are at a really important fork in the road.
3 commissioners will be appointed to hear from businesses, unions and experts about how the state can maximise the benefits and minimise the unwanted consequences of AI. But the inquiry won't examine data centres.
What will come out of data centres is far more instructive to our futures than the data centres themselves.
Experts say a state inquiry may force the hand of the federal government.
It would be good if the federal government could move without being pushed into action by the states.
This Royal Commission is not the first time Peter Malinauskas has stepped outside the usual parameters of state politics. South Australia's inquiry into banning children from social media helped lead to national laws. The Premier says he'd be pleased to see this inquiry have an impact beyond SA's borders. The last SA Royal Commission cost taxpayers $3 million. This inquiry could be slightly more.
The cost of the Royal Commission really is chicken feed in comparison to the cost to society if we don't think through the complex questions.
A final report is due by July.
The ABC can reveal emergency department wait times in 5 regional hospitals are the worst in the state. At Ballarat Hospital, almost 900 patients waited more than 24 hours for a bed in the first 3 months of this year alone. Now staff are speaking out, saying they're near breaking point while patient safety is failing.
And says its emergency department is under siege.
It's not uncommon for someone to wait around 40 hours for a bed on the ward.
He says staff are deflated, defeated, and many, including him, want to leave the industry.
It's something you work really hard for. I enjoy it, but being pushed in a system where you can't do your job effectively or safely, it makes me want to leave.
Government data shows in the first 3 months of this year, the major metropolitan hospitals had almost no patients stay in emergency for more than 24 hours. But in hospitals servicing regional Victoria, Bendigo and Albury had more than 400 each, while in Ballarat, 884 patients were stuck in the ED for 24 hours or more. The target is 0.
Any patient waiting for an inpatient bed more than 8 hours, that starts to actually be a sign of system dysfunction.
Kevin Harper has worked in the health industry for the past 40 years. When he visited the Ballarat Base Emergency Department with his partner recently, he'd never seen anything like it.
I heard the senior nurse discussing with one of the triage staff where they possibly could put beds into corridors to make them not just a waiting space, but a treatment space as well.
He says it's placing undue pressure on doctors.
And running to get the bloods off, running to get paperwork, running to the next patient, non-stop, all night, running around.
And staff say it's also putting patients' safety at risk. In one instance, the ABC's been told an intern doctor gave pain relief to a patient with a headache, only to discover it was a life-threatening brain bleed.
Their hands should basically be held. We're dealing with people's lives. They require direct supervision. Should an intern have that much pressure to see a patient independently? Of course not.
Grampians Health acknowledged its wait times are longer than others, but says its highly trained doctors and support staff are committed to providing high-quality care under challenging circumstances.
Sydney's queer spaces are commonly associated with areas like Oxford Street in the CBD and Newtown in the inner west. But LGBTQ+ communities in Sydney's west are hoping to see a shift with more of these safe spaces opening up through art and culture.
For more queer spaces in Sydney's west. In Parramatta, the installation Dare to Dream ties the experiences of navigating queerness with maintaining cultural heritage.
This work in particular is about the sticky experience and existence as a queer person in Western Sydney and how queer visibility has a lot of nuances but is also a very important way for people to find each other and find spaces where they can belong.
Kaya Papaya grew up in southwest Sydney, spending years travelling to the CBD in search of a more accepting space.
To have those organisations in the West, it would help people come together and not be so afraid, because we were literally like meeting each other at night time.
Organisations are working to increase access to these safe spaces in Western Sydney.
There isn't a centralised queer space like there is in the inner city.
But he says this is slowly changing.
If you compare it to even 2 years ago, things are looking a lot more different now.
More than 70 participants from across Western Sydney contributed to the piece, their sculptures embedded into the installation, forging connection through collaboration.
It was all about celebrating, advocating for and making LGBTQ+ people in Western Sydney more visible and appreciated.
We connected over this desire of wanting to find each other in the places where we grew up.
Using art as a vessel for safe spaces.
And that ends the news segment. We'll have sports after the break. Stay with us.
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad.
Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no. I'm proud of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and sheds stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
It's Kimbele onto his left. Oh, what a goal! Here's a chance for Yamal. That's a goalkeeper. Ardagula from a long, long range.
Thanks for staying with us. With 65 days to go before the 2026 Rugby League World Cup, PNG Chiefs star recruit Brian To'o is looking forward to playing in Papua New Guinea for the first time with Toa Samoa when they meet the Kumuls on October the 24th at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby.
To'o becomes the second Samoan star to join the PNG Chiefs after former Panthers teammate and close friend Jeremy White. The pair are now looking forward to beginning their PNG journey together for Toa Samoa on October 24th in Port Moresby during the Rugby League World Cup. The Test and Origin winger did not visit Papua New Guinea before signing with the Chiefs, believing in the vision presented by club bosses, and will experience his first taste of the Rugby League mad country during the World Cup. To'o, who has won 4 premierships with the Panthers and played 17 Origins for New South Wales, will join the Chiefs for their debut NRL season in 2028. However, before then, he is aiming to help Samoa go one better than their historic finals appearances at the last World Cup in 2022 and last year's Pacific Cup. Samoa begin their World Cup campaign at Combank Stadium on October 16 against France in a double-header with Fetu Samoa and the Belarus. The 2022 World Cup runners-up travel to Port Moresby to play the PNG Kumuls before returning to Sydney, where they will face arch-rivals Tonga at Combank Stadium on November 1st in a match that could decide which of the Pacific powerhouses advance to the semi-finals. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
Top-ranking QRL club Redcliffe Dolphins delivered a masterclass performance to inflict more wound on the already battered PNG Hunters in round 20 of the 2026 Host Plus Cup.
Dolphins coach Dave Elliott, speaking after the big win, credited his side for a strong defensive game, especially successfully completing their game plan to counteract PNG's physical and aggressive style of footy.
Look, obviously defensively, I thought we were really good. We haven't been great. The last sort of 5 games we've been win-loss, that sort of thing. So. The boys wanted to come over and make a statement, defensively. We knew that the Hunters, were going to come out and, certainly play the way that they play. It's always physical. So for us to sort of come away with a defensive result like that was really pleasing.
Elliott added that after they were schooled by the Mackay Cutters 2 weeks ago, before the bye round, the mindset shifted quickly to refocus for the PNG Hunters clash and got the job done in a fashionable style on Saturday.
We've come off the bye from the country round, and we got a bit of a lesson from the Mackay Cutters that weekend. But for us, it's just very much week by week, leading into the back end of the year. But I think for us, just zeroing in on what we can do and how we want to play, I think that's the most important thing for us.
Losing coach Paul Ayton again accepted defeat and commended Dolphins coach Elliott and his boys for such a class and dominant performance. Ayton admitted they were again not good enough considering all the disruptions they've had throughout this season. The Hunters started off well and were able to match the strong Dolphins side, but again errors and ill discipline let them down.
Yeah, we've had a lot of disruption with our squad this year, but I thought we matched it in the first half and we really let ourselves down with our errors. I mean, you can't win games without the footy, so Redcliffe's a well-coached and well-drilled team, and I thought we matched it really well in that first half. But yeah, there's just a lot of errors that probably weren't called for.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The Goroka Lahanis face a do-or-die clash against the Port Moresby Vipers this Sunday in Goroka, with their place in the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup finals on the line. The Lahanis are currently sitting 6th on the competition ladder and must win to secure their place in the top 6. A loss could see the Lahanis drop out of the finals race, giving way for the Eagles, who are just outside the top 6, to slide their way into the 6th place.
The National Sports Institute in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province will host one of the crucial matches of the final round of the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup season 2026 this Sunday. The Lahanis will play for survival with their finals hope hanging on the balance. Lahanis coach Michael Moses said his side is preparing well for the crucial encounter, but is wary of the threat posed by the Vipers. He said the Vipers have been one of the impressive teams throughout the season and believes his players must not become complacent despite defeating them in round 1 of the season this year. Moses said his biggest fear is underestimating the opposition on home turf. He said the Lahanis had already paid the price for underestimating an opponent after suffering a loss to the Tigers, and they cannot repeat that in this match. With their finals hope resting on Sunday's result, Moses said he would continue reminding his players to remain focused to get the job done. The Lahanis will need to produce a disciplined performance against a confident Vipers outfit, knowing there is little room for error in their final push for a place in the finals. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
Famous for developing grassroots talent into international stars, the East Taraka-based rugby club, the Spiders, have attributed their success to the support of the Lay Biscuit Company. Lay Biscuit has been supporting the club since 1986.
The Lay Biscuit Company recently continued its sponsorship by presenting new jerseys to the Spiders Rugby Club, a team that hails from East Taraka, one of the most notorious areas of Lay City. Former player and Vice President John Milbus said the club would not have come this far without the support of Lay Biscuit. He expressed their appreciation to a sponsor that has been with the club since 1986. A club that has served as a starting block for notable professional players like Justin Olam, Roderick Tai, and Finley and Warren Glare.
The Spiders Club was established back in 1985. The sponsors was with us since day one, and it is 40 years now, so we'd like to acknowledge the company, Lay Biscuit, for the support that was given to us over the years.
The company been started in 86 after the Spiders been in more of a competition in Limited. So 85 been gone in 86 now and then the biscuit company we start one compound this la red admin biscuit. So Mr. on the Nakaman team now. So far plenty of players come out on the true sponsorship on the Spiders and the community.
He stressed that sports has kept most youths from the suburb away from a life of crime, and it is an important avenue that teaches them crucial soft skills such as effective communication under pressure, conflict resolution, and leadership, as well as build a social network. The new uniform sets include jerseys, shorts, and socks for both the men's and women's teams. The jersey costs around 30,000 kina. The club also gets a weekly supply of biscuit rations. Susan Oreape, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG Lowers are aiming to boost their global T20 cricket ranking through the ongoing one-day international tournament taking place at Amini Cricket Park, Port Moresby. They started their campaign with a narrow victory over Thailand's national women's team on Monday, winning by just one run with a score of 110 by 5 against Thailand's 109 by 5.
According to the ICC Women's T20 World Cricket Rankings, the PNG Lowers are currently ranked 13th behind Thailand, who hold the 12th place. Tournament Director Michael Harrison expressed strong confidence that the PNG Lowers can defeat the high-ranked Thailand team not only in the T20 series, but also in the ongoing 50-over series at the same venue, which would help improve their international standings.
Hopefully we can win these two games and we may improve our ranking by one ranking. Yeah, it might go up to 11th, yeah. But then we're also playing 3 ODI matches so that Thailand can gain their ODI status. But like last year when the UAE women came down as well, it was all about gaining ODI status, which we gained ourselves 2 years ago.
Harrison also revealed that PNG has received an invitation to participate in the upcoming ICC Emerging Nations Tournament alongside other associate nations. Originally scheduled for November in Qatar, the tournament's venue and dates remain uncertain due to the ongoing conflict in Iraq.
They're going to have 5 of the Tier 1 nations play the next 5 associates, and we've made that cut with Thailand as well and Scotland and the Netherlands. So yeah, that'll be interesting. It's in November, we don't know where yet.
Harrison emphasized that PNG's hosting of Thailand this week for the ODI T20 and 50-over series is not only about competitive cricket, but also about showcasing the beauty and hospitality of Papua New Guinea.
Oh, it's good for the people that come to Papua New Guinea. As you know, a lot of people are a bit afraid to come here, so and it's good to see other nations come here and they're all enjoying themselves. It's a nice, safe place.
Regarding men's cricket, Harrison mentioned that the PNG Barra's next ICC World Cup qualifiers is still uncertain, with details yet to be finalized. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We will now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast: Southern, Port Moresby and Daru partly cloudy to clear skies. Alotau cloudy with occasional showers. Womase, Lae clear skies becoming cloudy tonight with chances of few showers. Medang, Wewak and Vanimo partly cloudy to clear skies. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau and Kavieng partly cloudy to clear skies. Buka cloudy with frequent rain showers. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen cloudy periods with some afternoon evening rain showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg cloudy periods with few afternoon evening rain showers. Ocean forecast: Coral Sea, seas moderate with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast to southerly winds of 15 to 20 knots, occasionally increasing to 25 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas light to moderate with southeast to easterly winds of 0 to 20 knots, increasing to 30 knots over the central to southern sectors. Pacific Ocean, seas smooth to slight with south to easterly winds of 10 to 15 knots, tending southwest east of 150 degrees east. And coastal waters forecast: waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwa Island to Kerma to Yule Island to Port Moresby to Hood Point to Samarai Island. Sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Samarai to all Milne Bay Islands to Cape Vogel, seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 2.5 meters at times. Waters west of Cape Vogel to Hoongau to Finchefin, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that ends Tuesday's news. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by